Okay, legends, welcome back to the channel with another Overlord, Lord of Nazarick video. In this video, we'll be talking about the monster hunt and the last boss, and we'll be focusing about him, and I will show you the team comps and the synergies that we got the high scores with. And right now, I'm sitting at rank 1 with this team comp, which is working perfectly, but there's different scenarios that you want to use different characters if you don't have the characters available. We'll be talking about that. Now, let's go and talk about Monster Hunt. Now, on Monster Hunt, we are on the third boss. So, Saber Wolf is done, Force Worm is gonna be done today, and there's 2 days for the Crystal Skeletal Dragon. I'm so sorry that I didn't record that yesterday. I was on a flight and I came back. So let's go and talk about him. Absolutely a unit that you can go and use any unit against because he's a dark unit. So dark and light unit, you can use whatever units you want. We almost hit the 50k. I didn't try hard, but I tried different kind of lineups, and I listened to my friend also use the lineup. And this lineup that I'm using right now is giving me the best results with the progress with my units, with their star level and their arc light. So basically, 50k is gonna go and guarantee you a top 10. So if you can hit the 50k. Now, first of all, there's two lineups that are almost similar and dealing similar scores and similar damages, which is Mare, Idol Shaltir. If you don't have Idol Shaltir, I don't know what to tell you. You're not gonna hit that high damage. Still, you can do it if you want to go and play, remove Idol Shaltir, remove Mari, and play Momon and Maiden Love Albedo, and you can go for that synergy, but you need to manual a lot. I will not showcase it here. It's really tragic, and I don't like to play it. If you have Ego Aura, she can replace actually Idol Shaltir, and it will help you a lot with a little bit of shock and a little bit of widespread damage to your lineup. But this is the lineup. We're playing Tank Hamsky. Tank Hamsky is absolutely crazy. She does everything and she adds up the damages for you. Now I'm gonna show you another character that works well with Tank Hamsky. Absolutely fantastic. Idol Shaltir, damage dealer. She's the main damage dealer on our lineup. Secondary to it, Mare. Mare is for sustain and dealing damage and delaying turn meter. CZ is boosting the magical defense plus helping out the team with all the buffs that she gives. Now these are the relics that we're playing. First of all, we're playing on Ainz. Of course, we're gonna get the mage buff. If you're not playing any mages on this lineup, let's say you're playing warriors only, you can play the bleed team also, it works. You can remove this and add the damage that it's from Garnet if you want, or the damages that is from Ainz from this one, which is this will add a lot of damage as well. But this one, because we're playing two mages and we're focusing on magical damage, and CZ also does magical damage. We're playing alchemy set on CZ because it will help us buff Shaltir or Mari and help us buff the highest defender, which is Hamsky. We're playing crit damage, yes, crit rate and crit damage with our sets, which is determination set on Shaltir and Mari and their arc light respectively. And for Hamsky, we're playing the Sterling set because more defense, it means more true damage with every action that anybody does on your lineup, even if the boss does that with his arc light or her arc light. If you want, you can play Fearless for survivability, but this, if Hamsky get hit from the boss or the minions, it will reflect more damages. So this is basically the lineup. Let us go and show how much does it do. Actually, it does decent. Now the second lineup does even more. I'm gonna show it to you, but this is for everybody that want to play this lineup if you build them completely, all of them. So we're gonna do the damages, blamages, and these are everything. And this is how it goes. And now you don't need to touch anything. I got a comment that asking me, how do you mark this boss with the red arrow? You just click on the boss and that's it. The boss will be clicked on and he will have all the focus and the attention from the attacks from your main targets. Now, if you have a buffer or a healer or a shielder on your lineup that does single target heals or anything, you can click on your character and the blue arrow will appear. So if we click on Idol Shaltir, you see there's a blue arrow on her. So this is how you can go and do that. Now, if you want to remove it, you can remove it, but in the next fight, it will show anyway. So keep that in mind. And we're dealing decent amount of damages. Now, sometimes these minions do not die or do not synchronize their revival at the same time. Sometimes one survives, one does not. Sometimes one revive, one does not. As you see, one revived here and the other is not. So we dealt damage only to one. Now the second one came in. So hopefully we can go and hit them and eliminate them at the same time, because this will help us even ramp even more damages. Now, every time this boss have this skill on, he will be immune to the dots or anything like the seeds until you kill a unit. And as you see, one zombie attacked us. Now we killed it. We want to kill the other one. So hopefully we can kill it. Yes, we did. Now, survive together. Okay, available together. When you kill them at the same time together, they will revive together and you can continue and dealing more damages. So it's a little bit of RNG with the crits, with the revival of the zombies. So you need to wait, you need to retry a little bit by little bit, and this is how you get the high scores. Now for now, this is decent at 30 rounds. We're almost at 37k, which is kind of crazy actually for this lineup. Now, again, without Tank Hamsky, you don't reach these milestones. Tank Hamsky true damage is not shown as Tank Hamsky dealing the damages, but it's the entire team, it's added to them. So if Idol Shaltir does the damage and then true damage proc, it adds the true damage as she did that. But actually she didn't do that. It's Tank Hamsky with all of the defenses that we have. Now this is a basic lineup. The minimum that you get with this lineup is 40k, even if one copy of every single character, even if one arc light on every single character. And as you see, Idol Shaltir and Mari, and then everybody does simple damages, which is great. It gets you 40k to 45. Now, what gets you to 50k, which I found by mistake, actually, I did some experiments. I removed CZ. I know that CZ is the captain. She does incredible amount of damages, but we added the absolutely great combo with this lineup, especially when you're playing Tank Hamsky, true damage addition, right? Again, Hamsky here, what does Hamsky, the normal Hamsky does? Normal Hamsky, you do a portion of the damage as return damage to the target by the maximum HP. So anytime you deal damage with anybody on your lineup, there's a portion of the maximum HP of Tank Hamsky because of the arc light, or the normal Hamsky because of the arc light. If you read the arc light here, so the wise king of the forest state deals damage equal to 6% of Hamsky's max HP on allies attack. Now this attack, also the 6%, it triggers the true damage from the extra damage that you're doing from Tank Hamsky. So they synchronize together perfectly. Plus, whenever you attack by the ultimate or the second skill of Hamsky, the highest attacker on your lineup, which will be Shaltir, will attack. And the attack of Hamsky and the extra attack of Shaltir will trigger also the true damage of Tank Hamsky. So you have other ways. This is why the assist team, the chase team, works perfectly with Tank Hamsky. Also the counter teams work perfectly with Hamsky, because every single action that you deal damage with, you're gonna deal extra true damage. Now of course, for Tank Hamsky, the arc light is super important and needed. Plus you will reduce by normal Hamsky the defenses of the boss by 200 and 21% physical and magical. It means physical, it means Hamsky, normal Hamsky will deal extra damage because of physical, and the other, and Hamsky, the normal Hamsky, the Tank Hamsky. I'm gonna call this MK and this is Hamsky. MK and Hamsky deals physical damage and it will increase by the passive of Hamsky, and magical damage increased by Hamsky and by the boss and by the skill that we have, which is kind of crazy. Okay, let's go and check out, will we break the 50 or the 45k at least with this lineup? And it absolutely does that. On a consistent level, I'm getting 48k, so it means the 50 until 55 I've did on another account fully built. Everybody are fully built. I did 88, almost 90k damages. Now with this Hamsky, I want to start with his second skill first. Yes, and then we're gonna switch it to the ultimate because we have it already. So because we are in the wise king state already, so we don't need that. And now we can go and deal the damages, and we leave it like this, and the boss will take extra damages from everything. So every time, look at Hamsky, he does his ultimate follow up and assist from Idol Shaltir, which is crazy. She will go and actually trigger more true damage to us or to the enemies, which is crazy. This is great, actually. This is a great combo. Another second skill from Hamsky, and we did another extra attack, so extra true damage from our Idol Shaltir, which registered the true damage from Hamsky, which is great and crazy. This lineup is synergizing really well. I'm playing actually right now trying to test stuff with Tank Hamsky with different lineups with assist and chase, because they trigger this extra true damage, especially in PvP. I want to check, does it work great with Negredo? Because Negredo is actually one of the craziest units as an assist plus turn meter manipulation, because she will get gaze on everybody, and if they act, they're gonna boost her turn meter and allow her to go and deal some damages actually. And whenever you deal damages with somebody else, she assists and deal extra damage. If there's Hamsky, they will do true damage. Now of course there's a lot of teams to counter that, but still it looks like a great idea. I want to test more with the counter chase and the assist teams with Tank Hamsky, because I think Tank Hamsky true damage adds a lot. Now sadly the zombies are attacking. We don't want them to attack, we want this to happen, but sometimes it happens. So we're not gonna break the 50k unless we get super lucky by the end. So here we are at 41k, 6 rounds to go, and I think we can get the 47, I think 46 to 47, 45 100% we're gonna get it. So here we are at 45 right now, and now we're gonna get more than 45. This lineup deals insanely great amount of damage, more than the normal one. So the normal one that I showed you, and here we go, 48. Yeah, 48, almost 49, almost similar to our lineup. Now, if the zombie didn't attack, we might hit the 50. So keep retrying, keep doing the same scores. With this lineup, actually, you can get the 50 and plus the 50k. And yeah, this is how we ranked right now. I did it, like, I did it with luck, let's say. I just didn't try that hard. You can click skip and now go and challenge, and you don't need to click anything. Just make sure that normal Hamsky start with the second skill, then goes with the ultimate. So the difference is vast. I think people are still playing CZ here. They didn't know that they can replace her with the Hamsky. Now that you know, I hope you and wish you all the luck. Let me know if this lineup works for you. Again, you can use Momon, you can use Albedo, you can use Negredo, you can use whoever you want. You can use anybody else with tank Hamsky. It will give you good damages. But so far, this is the highest damage that we got. Even I replaced Mari and I put Penison. Still, Mari adds up because of the extra damages that you deal with the seed, the extra damages that you deal with the HP of normal Hamsky, the extra damages that you do with the true damage of tank Hamsky, and the extra damages that procs every time you kill a zombie with Idle Shaltir. So this is a perfect synergy lineup for this boss. I hope this one helps you. Let me know in the comment section how much did you score and if it works for you, and I'll see you in the next one.